social media has nothing to do with age. I've seen older people go more viral because of the fact that they're older. People love seeing something that they're not used to. Me, I always say, if you don't have any content plans, I know you work every day and you do something with your life every day. Start by picking up your camera and recording those things. If I had to start this job before the internet, I don't think I would do this job.
Well, hey everybody, welcome to the Agent on Tube podcast. As you guys know, today is Feature Friday. So every Friday at 1 p.m. EST, we go live to feature an agent that is leveraging video in their market already to grow their business. We will discuss how they went from being a secret agent to an agent influencer, how this transformation has helped them stop selling and start attracting. We'll also dig deep into their strategies, their successes, their failures, their future plans with content and everything else, so that we can leave inspired and enlightened by just another creator that is doing new things that maybe we don't know yet. Really quickly, once again, my name is Sabby. I'm your host. I'm also the founder of Agent on Tube, where we help hundreds of real estate agents become a go-to agent in their zip code and generate daily free fan type leads using YouTube and online video. So if you haven't yet, you can follow us on YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, whatever your favorite platform is, just simply by searching Agent on Tube. You can also join our school community. We run one of the largest communities of real estate agents that are learning how to do video, and we're all growing together as a community. You can simply go on school.com/, Agent on Tube Academy. All right, so let's dive in. I am just gonna change the screen layout. Okay, perfect. I love this new thing that Riverside has. Today we have Princess, also known as Property Princess, a next gen real estate agent who's redefining how a real estate business is built through social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Starting with just 18 years old with no experience, she's leveraged content to build her name, to gain industry recognition, and create real opportunities for herself. She's now not only growing her brand, but also building a rev share team of like minded agents at EXP who are tapping into her platform and strategy to increase their visibility and scale their business. So, with that, I am so happy, Princess, to have you here. I know we met in South Africa a few months ago for EXPCon. So amazing to collaborate with you and learn from you and share that knowledge with everybody else. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you? Oh, I wish I could go back to EXPCon. It was such an amazing time.
Awesome, awesome. How's the weather in South Africa? I think when I came, it was one of the best weathers ever. It was just absolutely epic. I was walking out every day. I was having such a good time. I actually stayed a little bit longer, like the event finished, but really had a great time. How's the weather in South Africa today?
It is so hot. Like, I think we're all frying. Like, it's cooking us. We're like
Really?
getting this extended period of summer that I don't know why, but I'm not
Yeah.
complaining. So, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I mean, talking to somebody from Canada where it's cold like 7, 8 months in a year, I would not mind living in South Africa if I can. I can totally trade that. But I love Canada as well. So let's start, Princess, with your journey, right? Let's talk about you as a real estate agent first, how long you've been in real estate for, which company do you work with, and also at what point you were like, okay, content could be important as an addition to my marketing mix.
So, I started real estate when I fresh out of graduating high school. That was basically 2024 January. Now, I tried to apply, but I failed because everyone rejected me. So then I tried again back in June and I landed my first internship. So yeah, I worked for about 5 months with a different company. I'm currently at EXP. I started
Yeah.
EXP last year, January. So I've been in EXP for just over a year. But when I first got into real estate, I knew immediately I needed to go
Yeah.
into content. It wasn't even a question because I saw real estate through other
Yeah.
agents' content. So I kind of had that in my brain that if I want people to know me and to establish myself and be associated with the industry, I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
start making content. But the problem was when you get into the industry, it's like no one knows you. You have no listings. You have nothing
Yeah.
to start off with. I think that was like a shock to my system because you don't have a listing to form content for. You have to go get it, but like you can't get it if you don't have anyone knowing your name. And it was just like this whole thing. So it was last year, January, when I took it
Yeah.
upon myself that I need to start putting my personality out there. And that's when I started becoming more of a
Yeah.
content creator, more than just physically solely
Yeah.
focusing on listings because I was
Yeah.
basically a blank book. I had nothing. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
when I realized this is important to establish myself as a brand and as a person. which was lovely because EXP allowed me to do that.
But you talked about personality, right? You were like, I was like, hey, should I just make listing videos or should I put my personality out there? What made you decide then, rather than simply just doing listing walkthrough videos, I'm gonna put myself as a content creator, as like, as an influencer out there? How did that shift happen? How did you know that's gonna work better than you just walking into homes and be like, this is 33 Woodcorn Road? I mean, what made you put yourself out there as Princess?
I think it was a risk because when I first did it, no one in my country was doing it. I would see it mainly overseas, like the Americans. I'd see it a lot that side. But I never once saw, for instance, I didn't really see the personality being shown as much. Like I would see like reality TV shows, but we don't have reality TV shows here. So it was like I was like I need to be standing out and being different. When I looked around, all the other agents were already posting listings, and when I posted on social media,
Yeah,
that didn't really make people pick me. I was just one of the agents already there. So I was just blending in with everyone. So by automatically posting my personality, it immediately put me to being like the most different one. I think that's why my growth has
really?
been so
Okay.
big in such a short amount of time, because I don't think South
Yeah,
Africa has caught up onto the influencer thing yet. I'm kind of like in the
yeah.
first wave. There's a couple of us, but there's not that
Very
many.
true. Very
And no,
true.
yeah, so I feel like because the fact that I don't want to say like that, but I don't have much competition, it is so easier for me to be recognized as princess or property princess, because everyone else is
Yeah,
either too shy to show their personality, or they just, I've had people tell me content doesn't bring deals. You're wasting your time. Why is she vlogging?
yeah,
This is not going to bring
yeah.
her listings. But then if you look at my growth for 1 year as a candidate agent, I've done more than majority of them have done in like 5 years. So
Yeah, and not
yeah.
just that, not just that. I when I was in South Africa and I could see like it was a big conference and how you were just shining, and I think it was because a lot of people have seen you already, right? So even with that crowd of, let's say, it was predominantly an EXP conference, and if you've started doing content, it's attracting other eyeballs from other agents as well. And I noticed they were seeing you, and some people were taking pictures with you. I even saw there was a lineup at one point to take your autograph, if you remember that. That was you, right?
Wait, no, no, it wasn't like that. No,
That's okay.
no.
That's a shame because I took one. I remember I was like, okay, this is the girl. She's definitely popular. Remember? Then I took an autograph from you on my Agent and Tube booklet. I'm just kidding. No, but seriously, in all seriousness, I mean, I noticed the power of video, and a lot of times I go to conferences in the U.S. In EXP, there's another agent called Mike Sherrod who's really big in the U.S. with social media. I saw you as like kind of like him, but for the South African market, especially with an EXP. So, just another name if you're doing content, please, along with Princess, just look at Mike Sherrod as well. Just he puts out a lot of amazing content on how can you grow with social media and AI. Tell me this, we were talking about we were talking about you getting recognized by people as well as your peers. How has social media or creating video help you in any other way? Like maybe hey, I just feel better. Like I feel better than chasing leads. In general, like how creating content has helped you as an individual as well.
It basically helped me create my own business. Without it, I
Yeah,
started off as a buyer's agent. So the listings, when I used to post other agents' listings and house tours, because I didn't have any listings at the
yeah,
time as an intern, I would then generate leads from that on TikTok. People would reach out to me. They would view me and perceive me as this area specialist and be like, Princess, could we
yeah,
review some more houses? Do you have any more listings? I mean, I would say yes, even though I didn't have any listings, but I knew that I could go out there and just call the agent and be
yeah,
like, can I bring my
yeah,
buyer in? So that's one. Two, it started creating more awareness. Like you said, more agents started looking in, and they would see the way I work and they would be interested in maybe collaborating. So it just gave me even more reach and more collaborative opportunities when it
yeah,
comes to like entering other people's listings, or even some of them just working with me in general, or they feel like, oh, I actually want to join. Like if you ever start a team, I would love to be a part of your team. I feel like we would work well together with content, because a lot of agents feel like they're in an old school office and they don't have that supportive structure that, oh, let's create content on this day, or let's do this, or let's do that. Sometimes people just need support and guidance. So I was like, if
yeah,
you feel like I can offer that for you, I am more than happy to have you.
yeah. Absolutely,
So yeah,
absolutely.
it's helped create a brand and a name.
Yeah,
Now when I walk
yeah,
into a conference, people know who I am. Like that's surreal to me. That makes no sense. It's not like I'm a celebrity or anything, but just people know, oh, Princess. Oh yes, I saw her on TikTok. Oh, I
yeah,
saw her on
yeah.
Instagram. It's just like
No,
this
and I'm
small
I'm
thing.
I'm absolutely, and I saw that, right. Like I'm a real life example of me noticing how you were, how you were cheered at, as well as just kind of like the social media person. You know, you were like kind of like the social media face of the brand in South Africa,
Yeah.
right? So I noticed that.
Yes.
But you know, I always say that there's the some of the benefits. I mean, I work with so many clients or agents with their video marketing. The four leverages that you get with video, and I think you have started seeing them as well. One is it's passive, which means you post something, and if you do it the right way, with a strategy, you are getting eyeballs passively rather than you reaching out, you're attracting people than selling. Number two, it's free. Like as agents, we have this leverage of using content. So it's passive, it's free, and it's one to many. It's passive, yes, but it's like you make one video can be seen by like 20,000 people. What's the highest view count on one of your TikTok reels? Like, what's the highest? I'm sure you know, Princess. What would that be?
I had like, that was surreal. I think it was like 200 something thousand. Now in South Africa, that's big. Hey, I'm just a girl. I just posted. It wasn't even like a serious video, but I got like over
Yeah,
200,000 views from it, and like my
yeah,
followers also
yeah.
spiked. So I was like, oh, okay, this
No,
is
that's
fun.
almost like 20 million in US terms. So it's like you
Yeah,
just got
that's
like, you
like
know,
I've
almost
made
like
it.
two
Hollywood is
dozen views.
calling me.
Yeah.
It's like Hollywood starts
Hollywood
calling
type, Hollywood popular,
me.
absolutely, absolutely.
Exactly.
And the last thing I would say also is the reciprocation effect, right? Which you talked about, which is when people see your videos and they like you, they trust you, and they believe you've given them some value. Somewhere in their mind, they have this reciprocation effect that hey, we need to give something back because they gave us value. Has that happened to you with any of your clients where they were like, hey, we love your video and it helped us so much, and we want to work with you because you helped us, and you were like, wait a second, I don't even know you. Like, do you think that has happened to you and that has helped you too?
I had, well, in almost similar, I had a follower
Yeah,
on my TikTok. He said, I've been following you for so long and I've been seeing your
yeah,
journey as a real estate agent from like going into like real estate college because here in South Africa, you're forced to basically get a license, but it takes about a year or two. So he would see me go to classes and I would vlog it. And he said, I've been
yeah,
watching your journey. My aunt really needs to sell her house. Like, could you assist her? Like, and he gave me the contact. I went in to do a valuation or like
yeah,
a comparative market analysis. And yeah, I ended up like selling it and listing it. So it, I think people start seeing you as a friend, which is what I adore because they think they know
yeah.
you. So
Amazing.
clients will see you and they see you as a friend, and everyone supports a friend. So they're like, I don't need to look for another real estate agent because I've been following this girl. I literally know everything about her, and I've
Yeah,
seen all of
yeah,
her crash outs and all of her, like, I've seen
yeah,
her and her personality. I feel like I know her. I could trust her. So why not? Referrals. So it's a blessing, and I'm hoping to
absolutely.
grow my social media to even
Yeah.
bigger scale and be more intentional with it because it genuinely does have a lot of power.
Absolutely, absolutely. Can you go back to a life without your social media, like as a real estate agent? Can you kind of like fathom that?
I couldn't. I think
Why?
if I had to start this job before the internet, I don't think I would do this job because it
Wow,
would be
that's a
way
powerful
too.
statement. Eh? That social media, the impact is so much that you can't
I would.
enjoy doing this without like you being able to leverage social media. Eh?
I couldn't because like what is it? I must put myself on a newspaper. I must door knock. It just doesn't. It's not the same. I don't get to do what I enjoy the most, which is be creative and
I
fun.
I just wish,
I just
Princess, your internet was perfect because people can listen to what you're saying because it's so important. It's so
yeah.
important, like what you just said.
I
It's
feel
life
like I hope
changing.
it. But yeah, I would say social media. It's the way to go.
Yeah.
It
Okay,
really
so tell
is.
me this. Some people will think that you're a young person, and it's easy for you to say that because you grew up when social media existed. I think when you were born, Facebook was already existing. You're like the post Facebook. I'm just taking an example, or maybe it was just coming. I don't know. My question is, how do you advise to agents that will give up on this or not even think about seriously doing social media or video with a strategy? Ones that are thinking, oh, it's a young people thing and it's not for me. Like I can't even start it. And obviously, I think there's some truth to it. You grew up using social media. You grew up using Snapchat. I didn't, so I can still not use Snapchat. My question is, if somebody really wants to leverage it, but they have this limiting belief that they can't because they're too old, what would you advise them?
I would say take the age out. Social media has nothing to do with age. I've seen older people go more viral because of the
That's
fact
true,
that they're
actually.
older. People love seeing something that they're not used to. Me, it's harder to go viral because how many 20-year-olds are out there making content?
Yeah,
How many
yeah, and you
people
can do all the
we
moves and
don't
dance. Some of us can't.
We all know the same things. Anything, we all know the trends. We're all chronically online.
That's such a
But
valid point. That's so valid. Yeah.
the minute I scroll on my For You page, I've seen this. Like someone in their 60s would post a TikTok of them just eating or just doing something bizarre or just even them doing a trend I would do. If I did a trend and someone older than me, like let's say you did a trend, you would go viral before I did. Because
Yeah.
seeing someone in like a different age group than what's posting, it's a shock. And everyone's like, oh my goodness, who taught this person that? Like, how do you know that? And then
Yeah.
they like it, and then you get more exposure because you're just out of the norm. Because you don't have a lot of people. You just think of it of like you don't have competition.
Yeah,
You do
no,
not.
true. And I can connect that to an RV channel I used to watch. It was called something Babe, but it was like a 89-year-old granny who was like, my dream was always to do an RV life living. And she's like, I want to do it before my 90th birthday. Really, her channel blew up. Her first video had 3 million views. She was for a few days the fastest growing content creator, because if someone like you would do it or I would do it, again, I'm not as young as you, but it'll still be like, okay, what's so special about you doing an RV thing? But an 89-year-old lady who's single by herself saying this is what I wanted to do, and she did, like, doesn't that give you goosebumps? So I get your point that if it's somebody slightly older, maybe in 60s or maybe older, doing this, you just become even rarer as compared to how many 20-year-old kids could be doing video and how easy it for them. So no, that's a valid point. um, so your advice is get started. It's you may even go more viral. It may help your business, but what's the first thing they can do? Like right now, let's say if I'm somebody that doesn't know where to start, how to start, what's the very first step?
I always say if you don't have any content plans, I know you work every day and you do something with your life every day. Start by picking up your camera and recording those things. What do you do in the morning when you wake up? What's your day to day? You know how many people are dying to know what other people do on a daily basis? Like these day in my life vlogs, there's a reason why they're popular. People would love to see
Yeah,
this. And everyone has a different day to day basis. And just having people see like almost a window into your career, what you do, and a little bit of your personality can go a long way. You on your way to a
yeah,
viewing, or you editing, or you just a small, like if something inconveniences you. I've seen this is very popular on
yeah,
TikTok. People will record it and be like, oh my gosh, I went to this appointment, and like just a little bit more personality, just show something real. Because I feel like there's not that much realness out there anymore. A lot of people are trying this influencer life and
yeah,
just want to be perfect, the luxury,
yeah.
every like nowadays some people like to see something relatable, something fun. So yeah, but try
No,
and
very
relate it back
true,
to your
very
career.
true. Absolutely. I think the content, the type of content, it changes every 3 4 years. I see like what people get desensitized to, and then something new comes, and people are like, "This is what we vibe more with." Like till 5 6 years ago, I think it used to be videos with a lot of effects and things come in, and some of the clients I work with, they still want that. But I'm telling people now, even videos sometimes without thumbnails may do well, but it has to have a great title then. You can't have a video with no thumbnail and the title says Coffee Talk 101. No, there's no value. But you can say, I'm going to teach you what I learned in my 60 years, and the thumbnail is you looking like a 60-year-old person. That'll do really well because it connects well. And I'm talking specifically about YouTube. But let's talk about, Princess, your content strategy, okay? It's the 1st of April. How do you devise, like, do you sit down on the 15th or very ad hoc whenever? How do you plan your content? What tools do you use? If you were to do a 2 to 3 minute master class on your content strategy, can you share that with us?
Yeah, no worries. Okay, so my content strategy, I like to base it off of three pillars. I need a little bit of educational content. I need to make sure that I make some form of lifestyle, so whether it's a
Yep.
vlog or like more interactive content. And then I obviously need to bring it back to what I do for a living, which is posting listings and houses. And as long as you got all three of those, you've got personality, you provide value with education, and then you also provide the service in which you do. And within a month, I like to actually plan my content weekly. It helps me a lot better. So on a Sunday, I will go and plan what I'm going to post for the 7 days. If I don't
Okay.
get time to post, I don't have content, I'll always reshare. It's on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Reshare old content and just put it on your status, just in case any old followers or new followers didn't catch it. That's only on days where you genuinely, let's say you were extremely busy, couldn't film anything, and you're dry. But I bulk do my content, so I will give a particular day and I will film certain fun skits according to those three content pillars. of listings. I'll have a bunch of listing videos. I'll have a bunch of videos where I put personality. So you do a funny TikTok sound or a trend and try and take the trend and involve it
Okay.
into real estate. Like always bring it back to real estate, in my opinion. Otherwise, you're just another like you're just trendy, and that's not gonna help
Okay.
your brand. Or I try and do some education, like tips for buyers, things you should look out for. But I say royal guide to buy for buyers because I'm a property princess. So I try and brand it so it's
Sorry.
particularly for me. When it comes to
Mm-hmm.
YouTube, I honestly just do daily vlogs. I've realized it's good for like my agent attraction, especially because other agents can see what my company has to offer, what it's like being a real estate agent within my company. Because a lot of people think, oh no, we're all just agents, we're all just doing the same thing. Like, but it's not that. What's the difference between your company and my company? But then when they see it physically of me vlogging every single day, they're like, wait, this is so different. This is low
Yeah.
key.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is gold. So that's where I see the vlogging coming in a lot, and maybe any agents looking
Okay,
out that
okay,
always
very
vlog.
very
Yeah,
interesting. You talked about
yeah.
agent attraction. Can you talk a little bit about like how it has creating content has helped you attract agents, and what kind of content specifically works better for agent attraction or buyer seller leads on TikTok and the short platforms?
So for your buyer and your seller leads, the best way is just to post listings. So you need to post video house tours. This just pops up and makes you seem like, oh, you're active in the market. She's got
Yeah,
listings, even if they're not your listings. Post your colleagues' listings. Like, just ask them to create content for them. And if you bring a buyer, then obviously you can do like a 50-50 split or
yeah,
whatever. But those type of content, and also just a lot of content in regards to educational tips. I see a lot of people educating buyers and like what they should look out for. That will help attract those buyers and those sellers. So be very intentional on what you give. So the more you post about buyers, the more buyers you're gonna attract. The more you post about helping sellers, you're gonna attract sellers. And in regards to agent attraction, I've realized the content that does is the vlogs. Events I go to. When I post that I went to an event, a lot of companies don't even have networking events that they give their agents opportunities to. So they always ask me, Princess, how do you get invited to all these things? I'm like, my company hosts them. So that's how I get in there. Oh, I like that. I can get connected more in my industry because that's what agents want. They want to be connected to the industry. And that's what I wanted from the outside as well. So I get where they're coming
yeah,
from. So when you vlog yourself going to networking events, you vlog yourself now working on listings and collaborating internally because in South Africa, a lot of the time, there's not even collaboration within the offices of some of these agencies. It's that bad.
yeah,
So people are looking for support and guidance and help. And when they do see someone being as bold as me, because like I said, not a lot of people make content with their personality, and I do get judged for it, and I don't care. I get judged for it. They literally will judge me, but I don't care because I can't expect them to see what I'm doing because no one else in the country is doing it like properly. So I have different goals to them, so I've accepted it. But when you do post
very
lifestyle
cool,
content, vlogs,
very cool.
and showcase what real estate is and what your company has to offer, the systems, the events, connection, people automatically are interested and intrigued to know more. And
Yeah,
they'll,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely. See, I have a follow-up question to that, which is, in what ways has your presence, I mean, not just business specifically, but in what ways this online video presence that you have has opened doors for collaborations or opportunities with other agents? How this has helped you? I mean, this is a prime example of that too. I think this very podcast is we're honored to have you with us because you know, are as you rightly said, like you are the face of right what I saw over there in EXP South Africa event, but how this has helped you in other ways in building more relationships, collaborations with other agents.
It helps a lot. I've collaborated with completely different companies to mine, and I would create media for them. So I'd be like, I like your listing. Perhaps we can try create content that's more, appealing and can get us a lot more engagement and a lot more exposure. So then I would then do their listings, and we would actually collaborate on the listing. Now in South Africa, that's a big thing because to collaborate with a listing with another agent is asking for a lot because everyone is so stingy with their
True.
their stock. They just want to keep their
Yeah,
listing and hold tight onto it. But people would
yeah.
view me as an asset, like, no, we want Princess to be on the
She
listing
can,
because
yeah.
she knows the trends. She'll get us the buyers, and it became like that. Like I would help them generate buyer leads. It
Yeah.
really I'm in spaces that I was like, I look around, I'm like, guys, I'm still a rookie agent, but the fact that my online presence or people knowing me or having particular connections with people, they view me like, no, you're not that much of a rookie, but you are a rookie, but you're not that much of a rookie, you know? I can't explain
Oh,
it.
very
It's just
interesting.
weird.
Actually, that's such a valid point. Absolutely.
It's
Absolutely.
it's exponentially grown me before I was even physically ready. I can't even
Yeah.
explain it. It's like I went from point zero to like zoops,
Yeah.
almost in an instant.
Yeah. No,
Other
so
than
cool.
some
Amazing.
agents, they would climb their way, like let me get my sales be the best, and then people would know me, and then I'd be like the best person ever. As then for me, I just went straight from a
Yeah.
nobody to like a yeah princess.
Amazing.
There you
So
go.
cool. So cool. So happy to hear that. So happy to hear that you not only knew that uh, being on video will be so powerful, that now you're at a point where you're kind of like getting the rewards from all the effort you've put in. Because again, it's not easy. When I say it's not easy, because it's not something like where you get instant gratification. You sit down, practice, prepare, write, record, edit, upload, all that stuff. And even after that, you don't know your video is going to work the way you think it would work because it's your best video, right? And this is, by the way, what guys my company does. We at Agent on Cube does all that stuff for you. We help you from strategy to scripting to editing to SEO to thumbnails to publishing to reports and analytics. All you need to do is just show up on the camera on my app once a month, record a few scripts. So if anybody that is listening to this podcast is interested, they can go to Princess for amazing expertise, and they can come to me for the implementation. Princess, what's your next strategy? Like, what's the next 6 months or the next 8 months towards the end of the year is going to look like when it specifically comes to your content and your social media growth?
Expect to see more personality content. I realized it's
Okay.
one of my strong suits. I wasn't able to tap into it as much as I could because you're still finding yourself and your feet in the beginning. But once you notice what works for you, I definitely do think you'll expect more influential content and more showcasing what my company has to offer, almost like becoming EXP South Africa's brand ambassador. So imagine the
Yeah.
property princess times EXP. So yeah, I do expect more brand growth, maybe a team development, and that's the 2026 goal. You're gonna see more of that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Wishing you the best. And when I'll see you next year in South Africa, that lineup I was talking about for your autograph, I think that's going to be a real thing. I've just helped you manifest that for
I
next
don't
year.
think so,
So,
no.
yeah, no, I'm pretty sure. But listen, if there's a lineup, I'm going to get a backdoor entry, right? You'll be like, no, that guy is like, yeah, he recorded me on a podcast once. Let him come from the back door. I'll give him the
Yeah,
autograph first,
guys.
direct.
He's the
Okay,
first in
so
line.
yeah, no, thank you, thank you. So tell me one more thing, which is, uh, and I've kind of like asked you this before, but for people that are still on the fence or really afraid, hey, we want to do video, but we don't look good, we don't sound good, we don't smell good. I mean, some people have said that to me, and I'm like, hey, on video, people can't smell you. You have to understand, you know that, right? And they're like, I know, but I mean, I even thought, so there's all these limiting beliefs that may not be even real. And I always tell people an opportunity only looks like an opportunity when you look backwards at it, right now it looks
Mm.
like time waste or risk, or and I always say, well, I mean, the worst risk is that you'll end up having some content out there as compared to nobody was watching you anyways, right? See, visibility is not a risk, it's an asset. And I also believe people cannot work with you if they don't know that you exist, right? So,
Thank you.
what would be your advice to people that are on the fence and wanting to get started but are really scared and have limiting beliefs? What would you like to tell them?
I would immediately tell you the easiest way is just never check who views or likes your stuff. Whenever you post,
Okay,
I think that's what's stopping people. You're afraid that no one sees your
very
content
true.
and that you don't hit
Absolutely.
the views. But can I tell you something? No one saw it. Let's say it didn't reach. No one saw it. Why are you worried if no one saw it? Because it's not going to be embarrassing because, well, no one saw it. So, what you need to do is only post just to put your name out there. Because as a real estate agent, I'm being going to be very specific with real estate agents, and I've been teaching people this with my courses for the past couple of weeks. AI is now picking up agents based on who has the biggest online presence and who's known as an area
Yes,
specialist.
yes.
Buyers and sellers are going to AI, ChatGPT, Claude, or everything. They're asking them who is the area specialist or the best agent in the area, and guess who wins? The one who is posting about being an agent in that particular area the most. Not
Absolutely.
the and
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
doesn't now mean you pop up on the list because you got a million views or you have 10
Yeah,
million followers. No, it popped up because
yeah.
you posted content. That's why you control your narrative with what you post online. So if you Google yourself and you don't pop
Hundred
up,
percent, hundred
that's a
percent. I
you
see Chat
problem.
GPT picking up. Yeah, absolutely. I see Chat GPT picking up a lot of YouTube channels as well now. Again, I don't work with people that are doing short form, but I'm sure that's happening quite a lot as well. So no, that's really really cool what you just said, because I've been telling people as well that if you are doing video the right way today, you may be one of the first few people that Chat GPT, Claude, all these tools may pick as the very front runners of what they show as search results on these different platforms. Um, Princess, where can people find you? You talked about a course. Can you talk a little bit about what do you teach and how can people connect with you if they want to learn something from you?
I've been hosting these seminars and webinars for people within EXP, but also outside agents, just in case they're looking in, just to show them that if they had to join like my team of agents that I'm starting soon, of like content creators and real estate agents who are forward and trying to start a movement in South Africa, and it's called Be Known or Be Invisible. So it would basically, I go and I teach agents tactics of how to optimize AI and the search and how they can now work towards building their own digital footprint in a way that makes them and associates them as the best agent. Because nowadays, it's not about
Amazing.
being the best selling agent, but it's about being the most known. So yeah,
Absolutely.
that's
Absolutely.
what I'm doing now,
Absolutely.
coaching agents on how to build an Instagram CV.
Yeah.
I'm on
Yeah.
Instagram,
Yeah.
Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn. I also have a YouTube channel, but my YouTube channel is more like fun vlogs. So it's not really like
We'll
that.
work on that. We're gonna work on
We'll
that.
work
We're gonna work
exactly.
on your
We'll work
YouTube
on
channel.
that. Yeah, but yeah, it's basically trying to educate agents that please don't think. I know someone out there sold 50 homes without Instagram, but we're moving into a very digital time, and it's like get on the train or get stay behind. Be known or be invisible.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Very true, very true. No, thank you. Thanks for sharing all of that. And again, guys, please follow Princess's journey as she's growing her social media empire and her real estate empire as a part of it. But once again, Princess, thank you for all the energy. I hope that the final recording, because we're using a tool called Riverside, will come out perfect. But if not, I'll be requesting you to come back, which will give our audience another opportunity to meet you again. But really, thank you for all the tips and the tricks and the tactics, and obviously your inspiration. I think it's your personality is very attractive and addictive. So I think many people will get inspired when you are seen by you're seen by hundreds and thousands of people who also want to do what you're doing. But I wish you all the best with your business and your social media growth. And thank you so much for coming and taking the time to inspire and educate all of us. And I look forward to collaborating with you more in the future.
Me too. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Hopefully you come to the next conferences. Thank you so much. Are you gonna come
Absolutely.
to
Love the country,
which
love
other
the city,
EXP
love the
con?
people.
Are you planning on going to any of the other EXP cons?
Yeah, I go to many of them. I may not go to the one in Europe this time, but I will be going to the one in I think they've changed the location in the US, right? So
Hmm.
definitely I'll be going to that one, and 100% the South Africa one as well.
Okay, that's exciting. Okay, then I'll catch you at one of those.
Awesome. Absolutely.
Have a good one.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for
Well,
having me.
thank you,
What an honor.
Princess. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. With that, guys, well, that was an amazing episode with Princess all the way from South Africa. Please follow her. Please follow her on socials. If you'd like to follow Agent on Tube, go to Agent on Tube on any of the platforms, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, whatever, you'll find us. And if you're interested in once again joining our thriving community of hundreds of agents that are sharing and exchanging in, top videos, best trending tips and tricks and strategies, please join our community and just learn from each other and be inspired. Anybody that would like to work with me and discuss our done for you YouTube and online video service, you can go to my website agentontube.com and book a call with me. With that, thank you everybody that joined in live or watching this later. Thank you, Princess, once again, and everybody have a great rest of your week.